Hey guys, Kelly Walker Slaughter here, live at the Chamber of Commerce building because today's episode is called What's in the Building? Thank you to Wendy on that one. That was her. So, with that said, we're doing a quick pop in podcast with the lovely ladies of the Chamber of Commerce as well as some other special guests throughout the day. But we're just going to make this quick because we all know it's Easter weekend and everybody wants to get home. But thank y'all for coming on the show today. I know it's been super busy. I know I saw Melissa at the ribbon cutting. And then, Lakeland, you were just coming in from the MYP. How was that this
today? It was great. It was great. It was a beautiful day for that. And we had great conversations with Nicole with Cumberland Caverns. So it was great.
I love it. Yeah. So anybody, just piggybacking off that, if anybody that is a McMinnville Young Professional, how can they be a part of that?
So you can just reach out to me at the Chamber. Our phone number is 931-473-6611. And I'll send you an application and we'll get you set up.
And then I did find out today that y'all have it to, you have the age group is now up to 45.
It is, yeah.
I love that. I thought like when we started it, it was like 40 or 41. And then I was like, well, I can't be in it anymore. I'm too old. But no, they upped it up. So again, just call Lakeland and, and ask her about any of the other doings of the MYP and because I think it's a great way of networking.
Absolutely.
For all us guys out there. But tell everybody what you actually do. What is your job title and what it is?
So I do the social media aspect of the Chamber, and I also do things like set up ribbon cuttings. I do MYP, of course, and then I also do the youth leadership program, which is for high school juniors.
Yeah. I love that McMinnville Youth Leadership. And talk a little bit about what the McMinnville Leadership does, because, I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah. So we get together once a month. It's a different theme each month, whether it be education, law enforcement, healthcare, what have you. And we just take the kids around town and let them meet the movers and shakers, and they get to learn a lot about where they're from and really get that pride in Warren County. And we also pick a nonprofit each year to give back to.
So which one was it this year?
This year it is Caring Hearts United.
Oh, I love it. They do such a great job with the hospice patients. And so if anybody wants to get in touch with you about any upcomings, what's that phone number again? We're going to say the number a lot today, so you guys know.
It's 931-473-6611.
And then before I let you go, the applications for the next year, like if you're an upcoming junior, is that already done? Is the application process done?
No, those will come out this summer.
This summer, okay. I can't remember how that works. Well, with us, we got the El Capitan, Miss Melissa Mullins with us. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
So, again, I want everybody know your backstory a little bit, okay? Because you weren't originally, like how you started here. What was your original position?
I started because it was an internship through TCAT. It was a program I did. So I was actually an intern.
Oh, wow. And then you just kind of moved up. And now
they needed a bookkeeper, and I started out as a bookkeeper, and I've just worked my way up.
I love that. So tell everybody what your job title is, Melissa, and what you do here.
Okay. So my job title is president.
Okay.
So basically what I do is I try to champion our businesses through the membership and the different things. We are a 501c6, which is different from a C3 because we do want to keep our members, their needs, in focus. So my job is kind of keeping all that running. These ladies do an amazing job with the programs and stuff, but I'm just kind of like the overall catch-all.
I love that. And then, of course, we got Miss Jackie here. She's smiling and profiling today. So what is your job title?
I am now the events coordinator and the liaison for the adult leadership class.
So talk to me about the adult leadership class. Is it something similar to like
it is? Yeah, it's very similar. But we go from January through October, and kind of like youth leadership, every month we have a different focus. Law enforcement, tourism, ag day. So we cover kind of all the bases of all the different things going on in Warren County.
And it's kind of a nice smooth transition if you're part of the youth and you're still in the community and now you're a business owner. This is kind of like the next step to be involved in, right?
Sure. Yeah, and a lot of people have gone through it. We've heard from youth leadership and on into adult leadership later. Yeah.
So, okay, this is why I asked this, because a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was a few weeks ago now, people call y'all all the time, like you're the local Google. What does the Chamber of Commerce do, not just for the businesses, but for the community?
Well, it's all about the businesses and what the businesses can bring to the community. When you have strong businesses, your community is going to be stronger. Along with that, though, we do community-focused things like the Autumn Street Fair. That's one of the projects that the leadership does. And any of the programs that we have are going to give back locally through donations. So that is one way that we are helping the community as well.
Yeah. Anybody else want to go on that, off that? Because my next question is gonna be the fun one.
Oh.
No? Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, and we
What-
are membership driven, you know,
Yeah.
we have members, so it's not every single business, because sometimes people will call us and ask us about a particular business, but unless they're one of our members, we might not have a lot of information about them.
Okay, I got you.
So,
With that said, that's a good segue, Jackie, because what, I know, like, this is why we started talking about me and Vanessa and everybody. Somebody called, and it's nothing wrong, because that's why they should call the chamber, but they asked, can you help them with their taxes? And you're not a tax service, but you may know of a tax service you can, provide them with.
Sure.
So what do you not like, I mean, to try to, I know it's hard, but what are some of the craziest things people's asked y'all that you don't do? Oh, yeah.
We get what's the phone number for a lot, whether it's one of our
Yeah.
members or not.
many times a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have some you would want to share?
I know Jackie's
Yeah,
probably
she
got a
had a lot.
bunch.
I should have written them down. I could write a book, but one of my favorite ones was a guy called, and he had moved away about 5 years before, and he wanted me to look up the name of his dentist that he had used before, but he couldn't remember the dentist's name or where he was located, or even if he was in business anymore, but still wanted me to get his phone number. So I was
Wow.
aggravated with
Did
it.
you find it?
I did not.
What?
So you have to be a little bit of a detective too to have.
Yeah. But I mean, like you said, some people call you about taxes. Well, before we got off air, you said there was an animal?
Mhm.
Did somebody call y'all to get an animal out from under their house?
That's happened a couple of times.
Yeah, they want to know why there are buzzards flying around a certain area of McMinnville. I don't know. Different animals. I think you had, was it coyotes or
Possum.
possum?
Yeah.
Just send them to TWRA. Yeah, that's what I always do. Send them to Pete or Jason. We can give y'all their number after this. But, y'all's heart's always been in. Everybody's got a story of, why they continue to support the community. Why, going down the line, starting with Lakeland, why do you do what you do?
I just love this community. I grew up here, and I just feel really blessed to continue to stay here, and especially with youth leadership, show kids
Yeah.
why living here and putting roots here is so awesome and
Yeah.
amazing. And I don't know, it's such a great support network, especially with the people we have in the chamber. So
I love that.
yeah.
Good deal. Melissa?
Yeah, and for me too, it's because I'm from here and I love it. I think the networking opportunities and the business opportunities that, we give back to the community is an awesome thing. Overall, I love that we are part of some of the best people in the community, and we get to be the center of that.
And Jackie?
Well, I grew up in small business. My dad had a small business, and then my husband did as well. So I've been on the other side of it, and I had a business for a few years too. So I've been on the other side of it. So to be able to be on this side of, of the desk and helping those small businesses means a lot to me, because I know what it's like to be a small business owner. So I love to be able to, as Melissa said, to kind of champion for our businesses and help them any way we can.
Awesome. Well, I know y'all have a busy schedule, because I know, are we open tomorrow or are we closed?
We are closed tomorrow.
Okay, so if you need anything done with the chamber, you better call today, because they close at
4:30.
Yeah,
4:30, so you better get on that. And if you can't get here, what's the phone number again?
it's 931-473-6611.
Well, we're gonna take a quick break and get a word from our sponsors, and then Vanessa's gonna have either Wendy or Jennifer, whoever's next, because this is what's going on in this building. I didn't know Wendy was here. I knew Jennifer with Main Street McMinnville was here, but the stuff they do upstairs, mind blowing, mind blowing. But with that said, keep it first here at Warm First. If I can pull it off. Oh, nope. I'm gonna have to go up. I tried. Don't move.
1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder sugars or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Warren First 931 is your one stop for all things local and all the time. Daily podcast you can listen, watch, comment, and help share through Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you join our text club at 81010 at Warren First 931. You will receive upcoming events, weather alerts, school closures, county and city updates. Make sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter, The Local Voice. It has everything that I talk about on the show, as well as the events we attend throughout the week. Your stories, your opinions, and your events. This is Warren First 931.
Are you ready for your new Ford? Hi, this is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, inviting you to come and visit our dealership with special finance rates on that special Ford truck, Bronco, or SUV that you have been looking for. Plus a great assortment of pre-owned inventory. We are proud to be part of the local community here in Warren County and now offer complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Your Pioneer Sports Ford headquarters, Reddick Brown Ford, Manchester Highway, Morrison. Have you driven a Ford lately?
I'm here at the McMinnville Warren Chamber of Commerce with Wendy Sneed from the Industrial Development Board, and we are continuing our segment of What's in the Building. Wendy, welcome this afternoon. It's great to be here with you.
Of all people to interview, I love Kelly, but we kind of go back. So if y'all don't know, Vanessa's daughter Reagan was my daughter's babysitter for a couple years, so we think very highly of the family.
Yes. We love the Sneeds too. But going on, Wendy, lots of people hear Industrial Development Board and they think, okay, they're recruiting industry. But there's a lot more to that, isn't there?
Yeah, so we are the Industrial Development Board, so we're under statute. Our board is sat by the city and the county, but we're also the chief economic development group for the county. So you hear industrial, like you said, you think manufacturing, but we're also able to recruit retail commercial projects. We're currently doing a program with the state right now. We were one of a few communities chosen. Melissa and I have been going to those meetings, and those are helping us with commercial and retail development and recruitment into the county. So yeah, we do a lot of stuff out of the buildings.
Yes. Well, Wendy, maybe you can help debunk a myth for us. A lot of people in the community when I speak with elected officials and community members, they're always wanting to put pressure on our elected officials to recruit. And that's not something that the elected officials have the power to do, correct?
Correct.
That's where our industrial development board comes in.
Right, and that's why the relationships that we have between the IDB and our county and city officials, all of our town officials, are very important. So we work pretty much under like an approved set of policies and standards with the county and city so that we're recruiting to the same industries that everybody wants. We don't want to be recruiting things that aren't going to be beneficial for our community, the same as they don't. So we want to make sure we're all on the same page with what we're looking for recruitment. And that's the same on industrial as it is with commercial retail.
Absolutely. And those dollars that you bring to our community, they not only come in the form of new business and sales tax dollars, use tax dollars, but they also bring new jobs. And can you explain a little bit about what that does to our economy when you're able to do that?
Right. So, of course, a lot of people don't realize one of the numbers I like to throw out in the beginning is of our county population, 73% of our population never leaves this county to work. A lot of counties in the state cannot say that. There's like 50, 60%, 73% of our population that works does not have to leave the state or leave the county. The challenge we have when you look at that is they do leave the county a lot of the times when you look at restaurants and shopping. And so even though a lot of people, they don't want us to grow, we still, whatever we do, we want to retain our small town charm. We want to stay Warren County, nursery capital of the world. But we also want to we want to claim those tax dollars that are going elsewhere. If our people are making them here, we want them to spend them here. Like I mentioned earlier, we call it OPM, other people's money also. When we're working, you mentioned like Jordan and the work they're doing with the Department of Tourism, Main Street projects, the events that Chamber helps with. When we're pulling people in from different areas of the state, those dollars are helping, those sales tax dollars are keeping our taxes low. Infrastructure. They're helping us pay our infrastructure.
Absolutely. So that means we're not faced with property taxes or new wheel taxes or, so to me, that's all fascinating. I love the economy and I love, of course, I love it when we're developing small business and all business actually, especially entrepreneurs. I'm fond of entrepreneurs and I'll segue into that right now. And not only does Wendy serve as the Industrial Development Board Director, she and her husband also own a small business in the community. And small businesses really make up a lot of our sales and use tax in this community and are so important. Wendy, real quick, would you like to tell us a little bit about?
Yeah, so of course, a lot of people realize, but my background's in agriculture. I have a degree in agriculture, master's of business. I work for the Department of Agriculture and Business Development, working mainly with livestock supply chain, meat processing, food manufacturing for 16 years. Met my husband Davey through that, but Davey always wanted to open a feed store. And so we have DS Farm Supply that's located in the old Taylor Feed Mill in Centertown. And this is our 10th year in business. So first weekend in November, we'll be having our 10-year anniversary customer appreciation day. We're pretty proud of that.
Congratulations. Well, my freezer's certainly stocked with DS Farm Supply beef, so
We're glad
I'm a
to hear
little
that.
partial. That also leads me to one more question, Wendy, before we close. You bring up agriculture. So the Industrial Development Board, I know that they go after all kinds of businesses outside of the industry. Do they also recruit agricultural businesses?
Very much so. So that was one of the main things that we wanted to start doing, or I really want to start doing and talk to my board about. With my background in agriculture, with us being nursery capital of the world, we really want to make sure that our horticulture businesses in the county have the resources and the suppliers that they need. So if there's services or suppliers that aren't being manufactured here, if we can help recruit in for that, especially even services, not just even logistics, anything that they're needing help with, we want to make sure that they have what they need. And then when you look at ag technologies and the things that are happening around the state, with Ag Lunch and other companies that are helping entrepreneurs build out new technologies for farms, and we can work with farmer networks across the state to help test those and keep it in state. With our robotics training center, we're a really good home to kind of try to recruit that base here.
That's pretty exciting stuff.
Yes, we're very excited.
So Wendy, if the public has a question or maybe has an idea, is it okay for them to contact your office and give you input?
Please do. We always want to hear from everybody. Everybody laughs at me when we're at soccer games or baseball games. I'm always asking all the other moms, like, what kind of stories do you want? What do you want to see here? So yes, we want all the advice and support we can get from the community. Feel free to call our office. Crystal Barnes, a lot of y'all know Crystal. She's been here a long time. She's upstairs answering the phones, but our number is 931-474-4769.
Okay, well, Wendy, thanks for being with us this afternoon and letting us know what's in the building. And Warren County, we're gonna take a quick break, and remember, keep it first.
Drive-through located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
It's the perfect time for
My bad. Hey guys, welcome back to Warren First 3-9. Not 3-1.
I think it's 3-1.
What's our area code? Welcome back to What's in the Building. We were talking about clothes earlier, but with that said, I'm so grateful that we got this meeting together with all the lovely ladies here in the building here. That is the Chamber of Commerce building down on Main Street. Thanks again to Melissa, Jackie, Lakeland, Wendy, and now we got Miss Jennifer in the hot seat right now. This isn't like the first time me and Jennifer done
No,
here.
it's not.
But you are another asset here in this community, another mover and shaker, and another part of the building for McMinnville Main Street.
Yes.
So talk about, because there's a lot that y'all
There is a lot. There's a lot that we all do. We all work really well together. That's one of the beautiful things about all of us. We're all in the same building. We all might not see each other, but we're all very involved on each other's boards and the things that we do together because we want to promote our community overall. So, and our business community and the economic development of our community. So with Main Street McMinnville, I am basically based on the economic development of downtown McMinnville. Okay. So everything for Main Street that our board does is a lot of things about, we do promotions and events. So, trick-or-treating, Halloween trick-or-treating is Main Street McMinnville.
Oh, yes.
Pioneer Pep Rally is Main Street McMinnville. Main Street Live is Main Street McMinnville. Second Saturdays, we do Second Saturdays. So we do all the different events, but we want to do it to encourage people to come down here. And I tell a lot of people, a lot of times my job is to get you to come to downtown.
Yeah.
And it not be to get you in the door of a shop, that might, but it is to get you to come downtown. And the other ways that we do that is by the way that things look, like the design, the nice sidewalks and the way that things look and everything. That was something that Main Street McMinnville started over 25 years ago. And so now part of our goal now is how can we revitalize, how can I help? Spring Street is one of my goals next year. How can I help Spring Street revitalize that street? Or how can I help West Main Street, West Main End? How can I help revitalize that when they need sidewalks and they need crosswalks and all that kind of stuff? So those are some things that Main Street McMinnville does. But we're also, just working on the economic development too of our downtown and trying to get people out here.
And talking about the revitalization, that has started, like you said, over 20 years ago. Talk about everybody about the steps. What stage? I think last time we talked, we were working to get to another stage.
Yeah, so I think when they started over 20 years ago, they had their plan, had phase one, which is basically what down here at the Fort Square looks like. And then there was phase two, which was basically the farmers market and then part of Morford Street. And then phase three is supposed to be the other side. So the west side, West Main, down there where Security Federal and stuff like that is. We have not touched, that hasn't been a phase that's been touched. And so now we're kind of in talks of, there's been talks about how much money that could be.
Yeah.
And so we're also talking about what can we do they thrown around a number like $24 million. Well,
Yeah.
we don't want to spend $24 million. We don't want taxpayer money to do that. We don't any of that.
Yeah.
So what can we do to make things look cool down there?
Yeah.
Too? Because we still have a lot of great businesses down there,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of great things. And the Butcher on Main's down there. And if I walk down there from here, I'm gonna trip over some sidewalks, And so there's some things down there that are not great, and there's
Like
not
some beautification that needs to take
yes.
place.
So that's some things that we kind of talk about, and I partner not only with the chamber and IDB, but also with the city and the county, and say, hey, what can I do? What can I help as far as downtown is concerned? Since we all do work together as a help for.
I love that. Is there while we have you on here, is there ways the community can donate or ways to help?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have a grant fund that people donate. So you can buy, we sell the bricks and stuff that are downtown, so the commemorative bricks. That's a fundraiser for us. We haven't done it. We still do it. We just don't do it as actively as when they first did it years ago. It's because they helped pay for things with that. And so we still have that. If anybody's interested, you can contact my office, and we can talk to you about what that looks like. But some people do those commemoratives, or we do commemoratives for the fences or the light poles and stuff like that. So you'll notice those when you walk downtown. You'll be like, oh, this one's in courtesy of, or in honor of, or whoever. And it's because at one point that was a fundraiser that we also did for our downtown to put stuff like that down there. So we do things like that. And then also we always take tons of volunteers, because we do things like Main Street Live, but we need a volunteer base to help us provide that free community concert series. But yeah, you can always contact my office. You can call me at 931-506-5335, or look us up on Facebook. It's Main Street McMinnville. And those are easy ways to contact us. And stuff like that.
Well, speaking of Main Street Live, I mean, it's part of the summer fun. So who do we got going on this year?
So, and of course, I don't have it right in front of me, so make sure I don't forget anybody. But we have
Which ones do you remember?
So we have TC Bryant Band is going to be the first week, and then we have good question. I'm trying to think.
You don't have to do it in order.
Let's see. We have Legacy. We have a classic rock band. We're doing a Johnny Cash tribute.
Okay.
He played at the park, I think, before
I think you're right. Yeah.
And he did a really good job. I can't remember his name, but it's a Johnny Cash tribute. We're doing Battle of Bands again, so we're gonna.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're still looking through those applications. So if you want to apply for that,
I was gonna say.
you can find it on our website. Because our committee is looking at that, because we can only choose 4 to compete for the time one. Our 4th of July is going to be a huge bash.
I was going to say, it's different
It is
this
different.
year.
We're combining our 4th of July with at the Milner Center.
Yep.
And so we're going to have Night Sun play at 6 o'clock, and then Joe Harvey Band follow at 7 o'clock. And we're also doing that along with First National Bank and Ben Lomond.
And the reason Night Sun is getting to play there is it because they were the big winners?
Because they won last year's Battle of the Band. Yeah. So we're really excited to have that and be able to do live music. And so First National and Ben Lomond kind of asked us, what do you think about it? Because 4th of July this year falls on a Friday. On the same day. And so we wanted to be able to, we think it'll be a lot of fun just to combine it and have it over there at the Milner Center. And then we're going to do a 90s tribute band.
Okay.
Talk about, we were really excited about that.
Like some grungeness
coming
back. The headbangers. Yeah.
It was the 90s. I mean, it's definitely up our alley.
Oh my God, I'm excited.
So we have it, I think it was called, what was it? Saved by the Music.
I was going to say, I want to get my Kelly Kapowski outfit out.
Saved by the Music, yeah.
Yay.
And then we have an iconic Women in Music a night. So she does everything from Shania Twain to Celine Dion to Gloria Estefan to Cher. So just like some really iconic women in music. She does a show like that. And then we're going to close out the summer with a Santana tribute. So, yeah.
Well, hello.
It'll be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a nice little variety show this
It
summer.
will be. It will be.
And it's free.
It is free.
So all you got to do is bring is your long chair and your mic. I love it. And if you can't be there, I know that y'all broadcast it live as well.
Yes, we have been doing that, and as long as we don't get shut down.
Yeah. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
But we already have some of those music licenses. Sometimes that's what is, the tribute band music.
Now, are y'all ever looking, talking about Main Street Live, anything like people that can come, how can they be a part?
Absolutely. We're always looking for volunteers and for helpers and stuff like that. I have my promotions committee, my promotions group, they actually really help help us get Main Street Live together. So I
Yeah.
can't do it on my own.
Yeah.
But we all start meeting in January and we plan everything out so we can start in basically June. So, and then I need volunteers in the summer because it takes time to, you know, to make it run. And you know, you've been there with
I've
me.
been there, yeah.
every
The
Friday.
donations,
Yes,
and the
gotta go.
singing, and the passing the money bucket around and be like, Walker, you gotta calm down. You cannot do that. And
But,
then you
yeah.
know, and then helping out with the dog. Are y'all gonna do that like while we're here? Are y'all gonna do that again?
I think that'd be great. I mean, I bet Bo will be with me. So
Yeah.
Bo is a good little mascot.
I see him
for
with you
us.
all the time.
He is with me. Sometimes he does better if he's with me than if he's at home. He gets in trouble.
Same, my dogs are the same. Is there anything else I haven't asked you that you want to tell everybody before I let you go? Because I know we're crunching into school
yeah,
time.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
So again, guys, anything that you want to know that's going on in the Warren County community obviously is in this building, right? You got the industry lady, Miss Wendy over there. Shout out to her. We got Melissa, we got Jackie, we got Lakeland, and we got Jennifer. Everything Warren County is in one humdrum, in one building. I should have just done the show from here. I mean, all the time, right? But if you have any questions, please make sure you call any one of these ladies. They're always welcome to give you the knowledge and the information and to be, like I say, to be as transparent as possible to make our community keep growing and thriving. But with that said, take care. God bless. Thanks to Vanessa for all this. And you can see all of this and more in the interview, a little write-up in this week's article coming out on Monday. If you have not subscribed to our free newsletter, please do so by texting the keyword local voice to 931-305-0869 before I forget the number. And don't also forget to send me your email. With that said, take care, God bless, and enjoy the right-hand corner.
At Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535.